Okay, we're live. I didn't do the hand thing. I almost did. Hello. Welcome to the Bitching Dead. We're your hosts, Becca, Freed, and Tara. We're a webcast from the minds at the geeky, and we're here to bitch about stuff and things because somebody has to do it. If you have not seen episodes 6 and 7 of Fear the Walking Dead season 6 and the World Beyond episodes 7, 8, 9, and 10, please turn back now. We are not responsible for any spoilers you hear. Although at this point you're just doing it to yourself.
If you're listening to this as a podcast, please remember this is recorded live, so we aren't exactly sure what's going to happen. Please forgive us for any technical difficulties or accidental or intentional swears. You can join the conversation, hashtag the bitching dead.
We'd like to remind all of you that the views expressed on this webcast are those of the hosts as individuals and do not necessarily represent the geeky area or the webcast itself as a whole.
Hole.
Oh, sure.
Hole is where we're stuck. We're stuck in a hole.
News. Nothing. I mean, wasn't episode 8 supposed to come out, if I remember correctly, but then they moved it and decided to end it with only episode 7, right?
Apparently, because, I thought there was an episode last night, and I was trying so hard to, watch it today, and I couldn't find it, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And it's Google still listing it as airing as, last night. So I finally I don't remember exactly what I Googled, but I Googled something very specific, and, the 10th hit on Google was an article from 7 days ago where it was saying, it didn't even have anything specific about, it was very vague. The title of the article was very vague, and I just happened to click on it, and it said that they're airing it next year along with the other 8 episodes from the season.
Yeah, because usually Fear the Walking Dead goes on a mid-season break after episode 8, right?
Maybe it's COVID stuff again, or maybe they're reevaluating things because their ratings are so bad.
Yeah, I think they're reevaluating it, maybe, because I'm checking and season 5 ended with episode 8. And I do remember that this season was supposed to end with episode 8 too, but something happened. Anyway, but yeah, something happened. So coming to the ratings, Fear the Walking Dead episode 6 got 1.27 million viewers, the lowest for the series. And then episode 7 got only 1.09 million viewers. So this show is very close to dropping off from the 1 million mark. And remember when Fear the Walking Dead was supposed to be the good season? The
Close
better
the freeze. Everything they touch turns to shit.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when we enjoyed watching those episodes compared to The Walking Dead. But yeah, so this show is close to dropping from the 1 million mark. So let's see if they pivot, if they try and change things when it comes back next year. And for The World Beyond, episode 6 got only 0.78 million, and episode 7 got 0.63 million. So it will be interesting to see whether or not these final episodes end up getting, whether or not people tune in because these were the final episodes, or if the views continue to fall. Let's see.
I only care about Elton.
Yeah, for some reason,
his teddy bear suit.
Yeah. He's one of the better actors on the show. You can tell. His scenes in that particular episode where he was dragging Percy.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were good scenes.
He really is a very talented actor. I really hope that being in this show gets him out, so that people will cast him in more things where he could definitely stretch his legs a little more, because he's got really, really good talent.
Yep. And I think he's the youngest in the cast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How old is he? I mean, he looks like he's 12.
He just turned 16, I believe.
17. Yeah, he's either 16 or 17. He's very, very young.
He's 17. He just turned 17 in September.
Mhm.
He was originally on Gumball.
Yeah, voice acting. Yeah.
Yeah, he originally did voice acting, and then he started doing YouTube. So like YouTube streaming Minecraft. And I was talking to somebody who is more familiar with him and has spoken with him, and they were saying that his fans are absolutely just buck wild. And I was like, I mean, they're Minecraft fans, of course they are. Not that there's anything wrong with Minecraft. I totally would play it if I could figure out how to play it. But yeah.
But yeah, coming to the episodes, Fear the Walking Dead, episode 6. The title, I hate this title. Bury her next to Jasper's leg. Like,
Yeah, that's like
a throwaway line from the episode becomes
for a character that we don't even care about. At first I thought that at first I thought that it was trucker hat lady. And so I was like super
Me too.
invested. And then when she shot herself, I was like, oh no. But then they showed the trucker lady and I was like, wait a second. So like and it's not like okay, you know what, let's just jump into why we can it just okay. But yes, it was a throwaway line. It was very stupid.
wasn't it supposed to be a play on a horror story, a short horror story about QB had a show with the golden arm, and then there was a horror story about a ghost trying to find its toe.
Toe? Like
Yeah, it was a missing toe. It was a very old horror story.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah,
I know
and
some
also
short.
and also a show on Quibi.
Isn't Quibi shutting down?
Yeah, it had a show in it, The Golden Arm, where the woman
I don't know.
had this golden arm made, and she was like, "Bury me next to my golden arm when I die." And also The Big Toe. The story's name is The Big Toe. It was from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Oh, okay. That explains. I've apparently one of my only friends.
You know, where the ghost used to groan, "Where is my big toe? Where is my big toe?" or something.
I don't know anything about stories to store in the dark. I don't know anything about that. I need to watch it.
I think the writers are trying to be smart about the title because it's such a throwaway title, like bury her next to Jasper's leg. Why?
Again, yeah, I think they're just this is. Remember how they do this? They try to be clever, and it's always not. It never is. Like
favorite moments from this episode, then. I really struggled.
Ginny got bit, and I was just like, yes, let her die. And then she didn't, but
I was really hoping because wasn't it with Herschel, they had like 5 minutes, so they were just like yeet, and they just yanked, like they just dead ass chopped his leg off, whatever he lost. It was a leg, right? Yeah, it was like they're really, really fast to do this, but I don't know how long Jenny had the bite before
it depends on how long. I mean, honestly, it depends on how long they were passed out for, but like most times if you are passed out, like it usually doesn't last that long unless you are really, really, really in. Or no, wait, she got bit after that anyway, right?
Yeah, she got bit.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it wasn't that long. A few minutes.
Yeah, 3-4 minutes.
Oh, okay. Because I was sitting here thinking that they had been there for like a few hours.
And I was a few minutes, and then June was like, "I'll do it. I'll fix it." Because Ginny was very quick. She wanted to fix it, but June was holding the axe back.
Should just cut her head off.
I was waiting for it. I really wanted June to kill her.
Yeah. But
There's so, I mean, she could have even like half attempted to save her and still killed her. Oops.
Oh no, she's the doctor.
Yeah, it's like she literally had somebody. She literally had somebody die on her earlier that same episode. Like,
with the textbook open in front of her as she's trying to attempt surgery. I was like, oh,
yeah.
no.
So like, she's never even what was she removing his
an appendectomy?
Yeah, she's removing his appendix.
Look,
so like, she's never removed an appendix, so she's definitely never removed a limb or an appendage.
I mean, look, y'all try
appendectomy.
y'all tried to do appendectomy. Y'all tried to do an appendectomy on
the walking
that's what I'm saying. I'm not blaming that on her. What I'm saying is like she'd never done that before. So how did this come out so successful? You know?
Yeah.
No idea. But yeah, my favorite moment was the zombie with the razor nails.
Yes, that was so cool.
That's good.
I love weaponized zombies.
Except who had time to do that?
The people from the end is the beginning.
Are they they're the people with Sherry, right?
No,
those are different people.
Yeah, there's so many fucking factions right now, and none of them matter. You know what I mean? Like none of them are really gonna matter in the end. There's end is the beginning people. There's Sherry's people, and who are I don't know, what do we call them? Like paper bag head people, and then like what were they wearing over their heads? Those paper bags or something,
masks.
Right? They were masks.
Oh, whatever. I don't know. I imagine them wearing paper bags. Like they drew like stupid faces on them, you know, like I honestly just didn't remember. I just remember them wearing something over their heads. So like I feel like
Morgan
that John Travolta. I feel like that John Travolta gif right now. Like,
yeah, from Pulp Fiction. I guess. No,
yeah.
I need like that. I need John Travolta doing that in front of like something from Fear the Walking Dead.
I'm sure we could probably figure out how to do that.
Or just like The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, and World Beyond logos, and John Travolta like going like this.
Also, Wen is back and his deadly wheelchair. That's back.
Yes.
Yeah.
I missed Wendell.
Mm-hmm.
And then my most favorite moment in the final minutes of the episode. John broke up with her. And I was like, John, I'm right here. Drive to me.
Did they actually break up? Or were they just like, we're going our separate ways?
Let's have this. Let them go their separate ways.
Look, Fareed, all the people that watch our webcast are going to get false information. We just want to say all the people that watch our webcast. All of them. I'm pretty sure that it's literally just us. Like, I don't even go back and like, I don't even like go back and
we definitely
we get views. We get like people watching it after we're done.
Yeah.
Y'all should start watching it live.
Yeah. Because give us things to talk about. Please, because these shows sure as hell aren't.
Yeah, like ask us, like, who would we rather fight? I don't know where I was going with that.
I'll fight Dory all day. I
know you will. I'm sure you will. Covered in Jello. And anyway, talking about weaponized walkers. We saw that first with. Was it with Jadis?
I don't remember.
I think we saw it first.
Probably, yeah.
I love the razor blades.
Doing it. She would be the one doing it.
There was Z Nation also has the walkers. Do you remember the walkers that have the not walkers? They're zombies. They have the buckets on their heads, and they've been like dented onto their heads so you can't get a kill shot. And they have like chains.
Jadis.
Jadis had one.
Jadis had one. Yeah, they had this entire fighting ring.
It's like a gladiator. I don't remember what his name was. He had a name. And it was something like Winston. That was his name, I think. I think his name was Winston. But in Z Nation, they also have him, but they're wielded by a gimp. He's like in a gimp costume, and he's got him like on a leash for their like chains, and he's like, whoa. Anyway, Z Nation's a great show. It's over, but y'all should watch it. Okay.
And he's been missing for a month. I'm like, okay, John.
John's been missing for a month.
I drove all night to get you.
All right, so we're talking about
wait, he's been missing for, I thought they said a week.
A week or month, or was it a week? A week.
It was a week. It was
my bad.
It was a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, like, no, what did I miss here?
Wait, he's been missing for a week since when?
Since he left June.
Yeah.
Are we on to the next episode now?
No, I'm just sharing information about John.
That's what we do.
I'm so confused now. Like, I don't know. Why does it matter?
Why does John matter? Becca!
No, that's not what I said. That is not. Shut up, Fareed. I will fight you. No, I'm trying to figure out why it matters that he's been gone for a week. Whenever he comes in to save them, like, I don't. Did they break up at the beginning of the episode? I don't understand.
No. Fareed just jumped ahead. We just jumped ahead. Yeah, this has something.
Thank you, Tara. Thank you for answering me concisely, Fareed. You rapscallion.
New Twitter name for Fareed.
Yeah.
At the reps. I'm sure somebody has that. I would have loved that as like a username somewhere. Just the rapscallion.
A libertine, ne'er-do-well. I can go on and on.
All right. So where were we? Least favorite moments. We went through favorite moments, right? Like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean. I mean, Fareed had already said the title being stupid, like, which honestly, what mine is kind of comes from that, like, just more stupid one-off characters we don't know and we'll never know because they're all dead now, but they act like we do know them or should know them. Like, I had an ex that used to do that to me. Like, he would start talking about his friends and like refer to them by their first names and talk about them like I knew these people, had never met them in my life, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, who are you? Who is this? Oh, well, my friend, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. Why wouldn't you lead with that? Why would you just be like literally like out of the blue, you'd be like, Jake is da 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 da. I'm like,
Jake from State Farm.
Who the fuck is Jake? Like, why are you talking about this person like I should know them? Like, and this is like, once you've been together with somebody for a while, it's, you know these people fine, but like, no, this was like at the very beginning of our relationship, the first like few months, 6 months we were together, he would talk about these people like that. And it's like, I feel like that is what what Fear the Walking Dead is doing to us. Like, at least World Beyond, at least World Beyond is like.
Was that Scott Gimple?
Yeah, he's hello, little whale man. At least World Beyond is a small enough cast that like it's kind of like, even if they show us somebody, we might not know them right away, but they eventually kind of explain them like they did in one of the 800 episodes we had to watch for tonight. But like, with Fear the Walking Dead, it's like maybe it's worse, like with this, it's worse since this Ginny thing. It's just this constant, like, just referring to people like by their first names, like we've known them for seasons or even fucking half a season. I don't know. And
Janice.
Yeah. But again, like who the fuck was it? Jasper or Jasper? Jasper, right? Sorry. Jasper is a character from this book series I was reading. And we don't even, do we even know the name of the woman who killed herself? Like, I think they said it maybe once or twice, but like, I don't remember what it was. And like, but they act like we should know who that's why probably both Becca and I were just like, oh, that's the trucker lady, right? Whose name I also don't remember, by the way, but I know who she is at least. Like, I thought it was her. It looked so much like her.
Yeah, the same
Like-
ratty hair.
Yeah.
And also it didn't help that I was having connection issues when I was watching like the very beginning of the episode. So it like my screen was like pixeled out, so I couldn't see.
I don't even know, dude. I wouldn't even blame it on that. I didn't have those issues, and it literally wasn't until Trucker Lady showed up again that I was like, oh, that wasn't her. Well, the good. I don't want her to die, but like,
even though she's a terrible actress, her and Huck.
She's not good, but like, I do like her and Wendell. You know,
Yeah,
I like their little
like
shtick
them.
that they've got going on. The character has definitely the character's. She was kind of weird in the beginning, but like she's grown on me a lot. Like, but yeah, they introduce this person who looks very fucking similar to her and talks pretty similar to her too, and they're acting like we should know who this is. And
maybe
surprise,
maybe that was the point. Maybe they were like, look, we need to make these viewers
do that. Like
the same reason that they put Glenn under the fucking dumpster. I guess. Anyway,
which I think was like a few years ago, like today or something. I don't know. There were some Facebook memories that were coming. I was like, Walking Dead hasn't made me cry in a long time. It might not have been that though. It might have been
so the whole suicide for shock value is really stupid. Like, I understand I'd rather die than go back to being whatever she was doing. But like, she apparently had answers, and they found spray paint in her bag. But instead she's just like, all right, bye, click. And I don't know. I didn't even blink an eye though, but I just think that suicide for shock value is stupid.
Yeah.
Again, we don't know these characters. We don't know these characters.
Yeah. We're not.
Yeah, now I'm torn. Like, would it have been worse if it was Trucker Lady and that was like what happened? Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know which is worse. That makes me feel bad. I agree. I didn't like it either, but I don't know. I didn't like hate the episode as a whole. I know Fareed is very excited about John Dory and June. But I thought that was kind of sad because like after everything they've been through and like honestly, I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at her. Who the fuck cares about your stupid? What the fuck good is this hospital gonna do? Like, what are you actually getting out of this? That's what you fought for? I'm sorry. Excuse me. You have Ginny right there. She will die very soon. Why wouldn't you say, I want a hospital and I want all my friends back together?
Wait, because she doesn't care. I think she doesn't care. I think she's way too invested in helping people. She just doesn't care about the rest of the group.
Which I guess is the whole, what is that creed that doctors go by where like you're...
Do no harm, but take no shit. Harm. No, that's witches. Never mind.
Yeah, it's something about do no harm. But you know what I mean?
Do no harm.
But also, like, I'm sorry, but everybody's a little bit selfish. So fuck you, June. Everybody's a little bit selfish.
Oh, splendid. Yeah. Like, I think she's over John. Now. I have a feeling that...
How could you possibly?
How could you be over your own husband? Actually, no, don't answer that.
Yeah. I think she's way... In her list, hospital and helping other people is higher than just living her life with John.
To an extent, I understand that. I have certainly chosen doing things for like... I've chosen doing like things for like Ice and Fire Con for the betterment of like my fam that I have like as a whole, like including spending money and time that maybe I shouldn't have over past relationships. So and this is obviously way, she's actually a nurse, like helping people, whatever. But like, I get that to an extent, but like, I don't know. It's only been like a few months. I just, this whole thing is just the whole thing. It was, like I said, she literally had Ginny right there. She could have forced her to do like almost anything.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing she asks for? Come on, June. Throw me a fucking bone here, man. Make me give a shit about you. Make me think that you are even like 50% worthy of John Dory.
Oh. Yeah. Also that scene where she was reading the book as she was trying to like do surgery on the person. I was like, June, maybe first read the book, try to figure out what's in there, and then do it instead of just reading the scene and then doing it, and then reading the other line and the line next.
I mean, honestly, though, that's actually pretty realistic. If I'm being honest, field doctors, like street medics and stuff, and like field doctors, and they do stuff like that all the time. So that makes sense. Sorry, don't mean to like jump on your theory there, but it does make sense that that's what she was doing.
And also the way that patient turned into a zombie so quickly for dramatic effect. That's the fastest zombie transformation I've seen.
I think they're all turning that quickly now. Like there were in the next episode, it was like fucking not even minutes between when all of the Rangers were killed. I mean, not to jump ahead, but like between when all the Rangers were killed and Victor going back and finding them and like, and they were already turned, like, or they turned like as he walked back. Again, it's for dramatic effect, but like, yeah, it's gone from, God, what did it used to be like in the early seasons, like
8 or 9 hours?
I mean, God, Amy in season 1, Amy was like almost an entire night. Okay, like
yeah.
It was like, let's say it was late at night. Let's say it was like 11 o'clock, and she turned at like dawn, like so 6. Still fucking 7 hours, man. Like,
it makes no sense. Like, he was lying there, he died in front of June, and in 2 seconds he ended up becoming a zombie. I was like, how? What?
Yeah, like minutes I can even forgive, but yeah, that was just a bit much.
They're in actually, I'm not going to talk about Z Nation anymore.
No. It's already 8:30. We have like 5 more episodes.
We need to go. Yeah. Virginia lost her hand, and I was like, okay, Rick's the one who lost his
Hook.
Rick's the one who lost his hand in the comics, but no, let's make other people lose limbs. Nothing happens to Rick Grimes for aesthetic reasons, I guess, or something.
I guess that it would be hard to do all those like constantly be. But then how long is Jenny going to be in this show? I guess.
Yeah. These were my least favorite moments.
Yeah, I already said mine. Don't care.
Did I say anything about? I didn't even write anything down for least favorite moments. I don't think. I just don't. Meh.
Like I said, my any other gripes is just I didn't hate this episode, but I'm sad about John and June. I thought that was just like this is a dumb way for this thing to turn out, like after everything. And I guess I get what you're saying, Fareed, that she just doesn't really care, or like he has never meant to her what she means to him, I guess. So maybe it was more sad for like on his part.
Yeah.
Did you say that he's never meant to her what she's meant to him?
He has never meant to her what she has meant to him.
Got it.
He loves her more than she loves him. Yeah, they're not on the same page.
We are not the same, ho. We are not the same. Okay. Episode 7, Damage from the Inside.
My favorite moment was the man putting a syringe into Alicia's neck. That got me. I wasn't expecting it at all. It happened. I was like, oh, okay, nice, good. That's it.
I liked. I guess like this is such a stretch for me. I didn't like this episode at all. But I guess like it's cool that Alicia was all like, maybe let's get Dakota on our side. Like we can, like I guess I couldn't really tell if it was like, oh, we're gonna use her sort of thing, or like if she was really saying like, listen, this poor kid doesn't want to be like stuck with her shitty sister anymore. Like, so let's help her, and in doing so, she will very likely help us. But yeah, so that was fine, I guess. That's favorite moment.
I liked the weaponized decorated walkers that he created, his Frankensteins or whatever. Fucking weird, dude. But the antlers, pretty
See, I
cool.
thought that was just so.
I
Well,
thought it was
really,
so like
they're not really weaponized.
well, not
per
weaponized.
se, but like
it was his creations that he made, his
Yeah.
monsters. Because there is always going to be some wacko living in the woods doing creepy shit, and this is this guy. And
But I guess like the whole idea of him, of like how him doing this and like the way they look scaring people, it's like, no, the walkers themselves looking like that doesn't scare people. It's like Alicia, when she saw that one walker, she was like, she wasn't scared because of the way it looked.
Yeah.
She was like, somebody fucked up did this. Like,
yeah,
exactly.
It's
not
like,
it's not the idea of them being scary or looking scary. It's the idea that there is somebody out there doing that. And I didn't think she was scared. She was like, well, this is fucked up. Like, some people might be scared, but at this point in this world, that's that.
Well, like, yeah.
That's not, honestly, knowing somebody was doing that wouldn't even scare me. I'd be like, "Whoa, this person's messed up. Either we're gonna go find this person and kill them, or we're just gonna stay far away." Like,
that's why she didn't trust him. She was like, he's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, like I said, there's always some backwoods in the anyway. So I thought I liked that little touch. Also, I really like Alicia Debnam Carey, and I really like this actress who plays Dakota, and Charlie's okay, I guess. But like, they all did a pretty good job in this episode, I will say. Alicia has been a pretty strong character from season
1.
Yeah,
she's from season 1. Yeah.
No, I know that. I was just thinking because like I was kind of like about her in season 1. But she's done consistently a good job. Season 2. Anyway, so I enjoyed kind of it, just focusing on the 3 girls for a little while. Aside from Wacko Ed.
I actually really like Dakota. Like, I like that
too. I really do like her.
I like the character. Like, yeah, it's kind of a like kitschy, like shticky character, I guess. Like, it's very like predictable and everything, but like I don't know, I like her. I like the way that the actress is doing what she can with very little. But yeah, I mean, I do like Alicia Debnam Carey. Like, I didn't dislike this episode because of her by any means. Charlie is still kind of like, fuck, man. All right, Charlie, you exist.
Although she did I kind of forgot what Charlie did. Like, I forgot like what her thing was until she was like, oh yeah, I definitely broke in. I stole his keys, and she broke into this impregnable fortress. Yeah. And she's like, and I stole this stuff, and they were like, and I was like, okay, that's right. Yeah, that's what she used to do.
Yeah, that's what she does.
Least favorite moments.
Shoot, I have to even look at the document to remember. Oh yeah, everything about what's his name, Ed. Everything about him and his story and what he was doing and his acting was awful and dumb.
Yeah, the acting
he was such a filler.
Bad.
He was such a filler character. It was as if the writers wanted to do something in this episode. Like, why even create such a character? Like,
to let us know that there are still wackos out there who like to put antlers on walkers. Duh. Although I was extremely surprised to find out that Morgan was the one who attacked, because like that literally, like, I didn't even think about that until just now. Like, Morgan.
Yeah, he's the one who killed all all the Rangers. People.
Yeah. Like, I was very surprised.
Although he did say he didn't do the Tank Town thing,
which.
So he's Carol, I guess. Now. So he's Carol again now. Like, which
is fine with me because I like Ruthless Morgan better than I like.
But like still ruining things. P.S. Because like he's like, yeah, we're gonna take this kid and then we're gonna like use her against her sister and like, Alicia. Oh my God, what's her name in the show? Is her name in the show
Who?
Alicia too?
Alicia, yeah.
Alicia, yeah.
Oh, she's Alicia. But for a second, I was like, oh fuck, have I just like lost like I just lost like an entire but yeah, like I don't know. It just feels Morgan is just forced. He is forced upon us, and I guess we just have to endure.
I mean, if it was Carol, Carol would have killed Virginia by now.
Oh, she absolutely would have. She would have killed Virginia in the Gulch. Like, even before the Gulch, in the apartment, she would have killed Virginia. Like, let's be honest, Carol takes no prisoners. Like, if Carol was with them, like, she would be running things.
Yeah. Any other gripes? I mean, the hunting lodge, I was like, oh, it's so secure that not even a single zombie was able to break in when the music was playing.
Yeah.
But when the zombies heard the gunshot, that's when the lodge started to break down. I was like, okay.
I've been to lodges like that. They aren't built as like fortresses. Like most of them have like 8 bazillion giant windows so you can look out on the majesty of nature before you go murder all the animals in your path.
They did though. Like it was like that. Like at first I didn't realize that, but then like whenever they lit the fire and you saw like the like it had a big, I don't know if you guys were paying much attention to it, but it was one of those big places like that. Is that what you're saying, that it did look like that or it did not look like that?
No, Tara is like, lodges are supposed to have big windows and big things. They aren't necessarily the securest buildings.
All the windows in this one look like reinforced with something.
He boarded them up.
He boarded them up.
You remember?
No, not the boards. I'm talking about like the doors. They had like crisscrossed wiring like in the glass or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was
like the doors that the walkers were like coming up to were like he did not do that. It was like inside the glass. Like,
oh, I thought it was it looked like to me not a screen, but it was like one of those metal things that you pull down at the pawn shops and also the stores at the mall, you know, in front of the windows so they don't break. That's what I thought it was.
No, it was like inside the glass. Like, and also again, like, first of all, I feel like it would actually be smart for people who have these types of lodges to have reinforced windows like that, because they're all a bunch of crazy gun-toting fuck-offs. So, okay, that's hyperbole. They're not all not all hunters, but like, you know.
I mean, whenever he lit up the fire or whatever. Oh, and I do like the they were playing the I know you belong to that one. I think they were playing that theme, that song. I like that. Anyway, I'm all over the place tonight.
Yeah. Tara had something. Tara about
other gripes.
Yeah, right.
Oh, what the fuck is going on with Victor? What are we supposed to believe from him? I don't even care anymore. I'm so tired of his like survivalist instinct bullshit. I just want to punch him in the face or something. I don't even know. I don't know. I actually might hate him more than I hate Morgan right now, and not he's always been like a wishy-washy and like doing. And self-preservation is so Slytherin. It's not even funny, but like whatever the fuck is going on, like his reaction to seeing fucking Grace was just like,
Grace.
What? And what was that? What was that ending thing that Virginia said? I didn't even understand what she was asking him to
gather
do.
everybody. I want everybody from the damn Gulch.
So he has to bring them all to her, like. The ones that are at her, the ones that she's in control of still, like June, or like
all of them.
I mean, like
hunt them all down.
But what about the ones that are still under her control?
I don't know. I honestly don't. That's for next year us to figure out. I know you belong to
Yeah, let's see if we
someone.
get to learn next year that if the end is the beginning, people are good guys or bad guys.
Let's see if I
Let's
care.
see.
Here's a hint. I
Becca has notes.
I have several theories. So the end of the beginning, people and Morgan together are probably going to do the rest of Tamp Down Jenny, I guess. Strand once again playing everything for himself. I think he's probably going to betray Jenny the first chance he gets if it benefits him.
Yeah.
Also, are they setting us up for a Madison return? Because they've been teasing at that for a while, and I don't think they are. But people seem to want to believe that Madison is still alive.
And
And
Alicia mentioned
sorry for
she mentioned the stadium to Charlie. Alicia mentioned.
Yeah, I know. That's why. Yeah, I know. And Charlie was like, "Isn't it overrun?" And Alicia was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Then why the fuck are you going there?" You know, like I don't.
Well, I will when I was trying to figure out what the fuck happened to episode 8, which is still a mystery, by the way. There was no reasoning. There was really no reasoning given as to why it didn't air last night like it was supposed to. It was just like, oh, well, we did again. It was John Travolta. Well, we decided. Indecisive fucks. But when I was trying to figure out what the fuck happened to episode 8, there were all these articles about teasing the return of Madison.
Yeah, and I keep seeing that too. Like because I do the bitching dead, I still have to Google Walking Dead stuff, and so like whenever I pull up my Google, I get all these cards of like recent articles and stuff, and so many of them have been about Madison, and I'm like
because like whenever there was like the paintings on the trees, it was like you were still here. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's Madison, it's Madison."
And it ended up being West, right?
Yeah, yep. But I think maybe he said he saw one and he started doing it because he saw one. So he actually was, I believe
his brother used to do it, right?
Oh, that's right. His brother.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
his brother used to paint, so he did it. I think that because the ratings are low, they're going to bring back Madison because that's what the fandom wants.
No, we don't.
I mean, oh shit, though. Maybe they weren't ever actually planning on bringing back Madison, but that's why we didn't get episode 8 because they like ended up having to reshoot a bunch of shit.
Yeah. I think Madison is going to come back because the fandom wants it. The fandom in general.
Well, Madison and Skidmark better be together then. Speaking of which, by the way, so you know how we had that poll?
Yeah, Skidmark won
about best animal. Shut up. I want to be the one to talk about it. So we had the best animal in the Walking Dead universe. We only had 12 votes. And we had dog. Hi, we have somebody hanging out in our chat. Hello, Cameraman 9000. Sorry. So we had the best animal in the Walking Dead universe. We had Dog, Rufus, and Skidmark. And of course, Skidmark won. Oh, and the one wolf dog. I forgot about that, but he didn't get any votes. Skidmark won with 58%. We also had Dog, who came in with 33%, and then Rufus at 8%. Because somebody cares about Rufus.
Yeah.
I mean, Rufus is a good boy. He's just he's a working dog who is just doing his job. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Madison is coming back, you all, to save the ratings.
No, why? Must she?
She's coming back.
I like Madison just fine. Like, I was kind of like whatever. Like, I didn't like that she died. Like,
I mean, killing her made no sense because I do remember certain people in the fandom were angry because they were like, okay, so you're taking out Madison and you're replacing it with Morgan. We don't want that.
Yeah.
Because Fear the Walking Dead was a very woman-centric show because Madison ended up becoming the leader. Mm-hmm. Because she ended up becoming very different from when she was in season 1. So we saw her growth in becoming a leader. But then they killed her off and brought in Morgan, why?
Yeah, they had a good thing going when it was like her and Alicia and even
Nick.
Well, no, not Nick. I'm thinking of the girl, the one that's at Tank Town.
Ophelia? Luciana?
Luciana.
Yeah, she's kind of, yeah. I mean, she's barely
Because
there now, but
we're very happy because The Walking Dead was a very male-centric show because it was all about Rick and the governor and Jeffrey
Negan.
Dean Morgan's correct. Yeah, Negan. And people were actually happy that at least in Fear the Walking Dead we have a more woman-centric show. But then they ended up killing her. Yeah.
And then Morgan.
Then
okay,
Morgan.
guys, it's almost 9:00. We have 3 episodes of World Beyond to get through.
4.
4. Oh no, God, it's 4, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay,
Episode
so
7.
The World Beyond, episode 7, Truth or Dare.
I don't even remember this one. I watched it like the day after it came out, and I don't like I don't really remember it.
I watched them last night and today.
My favorite moment is Elton being such a mess, especially when he was drunk.
Yes.
I was like, oh, Elton, oh! And also, I like the scene where Huck or Jennifer ended up killing her own people. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that.
She killed her own people?
Yeah, her Marines.
Oh, yeah, she did. Why did she? Okay, so I was kind of confused about all of this because also my subtitles aren't working and the auditory hearing process delay is not with me. Anyway, it's like, why did she kill them? Because they told her to kill civilians?
Yeah, because the Marines were ordered to kill the civilians, but Huck was like, no, I'm going to kill all of you and I'm going to save the civilians.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what
and she ended up killing her boyfriend too.
Okay, that's what I was. Okay.
Which is why she gave herself her scar.
So the episode showed that she is someone who can make tough decisions, which ended up playing in the upcoming episodes.
Okay.
Yeah, I had nothing. I to be honest, drunk children make me very uncomfortable. So
yeah, I was kind of like, I don't know, I thought Elton was adorable because like there was it had the whenever they're like, let's play Truth or Dare, I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. But he was just,
and everyone was selecting Truth. I was like, everyone was going for Truth, and I was like, if these were real teenagers, they would be going for Dares.
Oh fuck no, I would never go for a Dare.
Yeah, I know. I would never be caught dead doing a Dare. I was always a Truth girl at sleepovers.
Like, I will tell you just about anything, honestly, but like I don't, because like somebody's gonna like back in the day, I'm thinking like somebody's gonna dare me to like run around naked or like
yeah,
like it would always be something like or like
Cabin in the Woods,
entire bottle of vodka or like God only knows, like it was and I mean and maybe it's a girl thing. I don't know. That's actually a good question. Like maybe it's a girl thing that like even and you'd think that like being around other girls, it would be like, no, it's fine, right?
Girls are awful.
Exactly. You cannot trust girls. Cannot trust them when you're young. You know what I mean? Like, because everybody's just trying to come out on top. I'm sorry, but that's the way.
Yeah. That's
the way girls are. That is the way. And maybe I'm hoping it's different now, or it eventually will be. But like back in the 90s, like early 2000s, when I was young, like, nah, man, it's every bitch for her own. And like, no, I'm not trusting any of these chicks to dare me to do anything any more than less. I think than I would trust a guy.
When I was, because at least guys will make it like overtly gross like kind of obnoxiously sexual or gross. Yeah, like, or guys would be like super like sexual or whatever, but girls are like when I was in middle school, there were these girls who would yank the hoop earrings out of my ears. And then these like, I'm saying girls are fucking mean. And I was going up the stairs one time and this girl grabbed the back of my backpack and pulled. And so I went right back down the stairs. It was just, yeah, girls are mean and awful. Fareed, you're horrified. And that was like Christian school too. private school, paid a lot of money to go to be bullied by those girls there.
Including Truth and Dare, boys would be like, go kiss him. But girls are like, you are going to get hurt. I'm going to ruin your life.
Yeah, they are.
Listen, well, kissing, I don't know. I don't even know if kissing would have been, that's what Spin the Bottle was for, man. Like,
Truth or Dare. See, every time someone's like Truth or Dare, I just think of Cabin in the Woods whenever they dared that girl to go make out with that taxidermied wolf head. And then they dared Dana to go down into the basement where all those things were, where all the horrors were.
I was like, how did none of these kids know what Truth or Dare was? Like, I get them not like knowing certain things, like how to drive or whatever, or like.
I mean, they didn't know Monopoly. Like, how?
Yeah, how do they not have
That's true.
Are you kidding me? They lived on a university campus. Like, you know that they've got like the like maybe they're not going to have like the crazy sort of board games that like I play, but like for fucking sure their library had like chess, checkers, Monopoly, probably the game of life.
Yeah.
Like,
Uno.
Yeah,
like Dave.
Sorry, Hungry Hippos. Who knows?
Hungry Hippos. I love that game. Pretty Princess. I was so, oh my God, Pretty Princess.
I doubt they had that. What was that like mall boyfriend game that Chris
Oh my
Evans
God,
was
the dating game or whatever. You had to like,
call in on
the phone.
They didn't have that one though. Like, so they found that game, I get it, but like Monopoly?
And Truth and Dare, I was like, what?
Yeah, that's that. You don't even need to. Who didn't do
Mystery Date? No, that was made in the 60s.
No, yeah.
Wait, are you talking about the Mystery Date game where it was Dateline, maybe? Girl Talk Dateline?
I have no idea, man.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
You literally just look up like dating game with Chris Evans, and I'm sure you'd find it. But anyway, whatever. So yeah, that was dumb. That they
Mystery
didn't know
Date,
or Truth or Dare.
Oh my God.
Again, drunk children make me uncomfortable.
You was Tyler.
I don't remember their names, so
he was a surfer. Anyway, sorry.
Of course he was. Poor Chris Evans. Poor Chris Evans being a surfer in that game, and then being fucking what's his name in the original Fantastic Four movies.
The surfer and Mr. Fantastic.
Johnny Storm. He was Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
All right, least favorite moments. It seems like Fareed and I both have the same opinion on this one.
I watched that. I was like, how much money did the Mountain Dew people pay this show?
I feel like it would have exploded after all that time.
Yeah, like especially in the heat. Like I kept a can of Coke in my car, like Diet Coke in my car, and I forgot about it over the summer, and it finally just combusted. And like, but like, I don't know, because then I think about the Crystal Pepsi that people just like get offline and drink it, and I'm just like,
yeah, but that was probably stored properly by crazy Crystal Pepsi people.
I don't know. I just think about like Mountain Dew, and I just think about like
it wouldn't still.
And also, I mean, he opened it, and I could hear the gas coming out. I was like, it's been like what, 15 years?
Also,
something.
There's like Mountain Dew is so like I used to drink Mountain Dew all the time in college, and then I found out it has aspirin derivatives in it, and that's the reason why my throat was closing up after I drank it, because I'm allergic to aspirin. Anyway, Mountain Dew, it would still not be good. I'm really tired of them discovering these things.
Also, the Silas, Percy, and the Iris love triangle, I am not here for it.
So
I do
stupid.
not care.
The most stupid.
Yeah, that was dumb. I hated that like the SNL guy died. I don't remember his name from the show.
I mean, we kind of knew that he was going to die, right?
Yeah, but like it was more lame that like Percy just disappeared, and like we were supposed like they were like, oh no, he must be dead too. I'm like, no, listen, if we didn't see him, he is not fucking dead, y'all. Like, come on.
Felix was like, I followed the blood trail to the river. He's dead. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, the current would have taken him away.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, episode 8. The sky is a graveyard of dead
Wait.
stars, I take it.
Yes. Yeah, they talk about how
Again, with them trying to
was
be smart with the names.
well, they were like, because they were saying the thing about how who was it that was so depressed that it was that that stars were
Hope was
dead,
looking
and
at
then
Hope was looking at the stars, and then Elton came in talking about the stars being still alive, and that's why we can see them or something.
So favorite moments. So we did finally get some backstory on Silas and what happened with his dad. It still wasn't completely cut
I
and
mean, he
dry.
killed his dad. He killed his dad.
He killed his dad. Although I don't, unless he died from like brain damage, because like,
But he still killed him.
yeah, he did, but it also was kind of in self-defense. And
What
also,
was it? Was that
yes,
self-defense?
yes, it was self-defense. And then at first it was self-defense, and then after that it was because he was angry.
Like,
He was angry because like his
Yeah.
dad had been beating up his mother, had been beating up him, you know, and like, and he kept talking about like Silas kept talking about how he about how his dad would like black out.
Well, you
during
saw his
anger.
dad like pouring liquor into his mug at dinner from a flask. Like,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
like
I missed. Okay,
there was like, listen, like I am not honestly. I if Silas hadn't done it, then his dad probably would have killed his mom and or him eventually, or injured one of them so badly that they like couldn't function, whatever. Like so that's whatever. My issue with this was like, or not even issue. It's just like and also I know like you're right, Becca, it wasn't like cut and dry, because they did show that his dad was good to him sometimes, but I know you do, as do I, that that's how abusive relationships work. It's like you find yourself like remembering those good times because you had to have been a monster at some point to have deserved the way they were treating you. And that is what Silas, he was remembering those good times, and especially in this episode where he doesn't actually remember what happened with SNL guy and Percy. You know, he doesn't really remember what happened. So like all he knows is he for sure killed his dad. It was by mistake. I don't think he meant to kill his dad. It started with protecting himself, and it got out of control. Probably because his dad fought back as well. Like that was a little bit unclear, but like, yeah, it wasn't the best portrayal. Like they didn't portray it as well as they could or should have, I think. But this is a Walking Dead
This
show.
is the show. Yeah.
This is a Walking Dead show, so of course not. But yeah, I mean, like really, when you think about it, like Silas was thinking like he's thinking I was a monster, I killed my father, and like of course his mom's reaction, which by the way, fuck her, like to him killing the man that has been beating her. Like I think what we really need to focus on is the neighbor, the way that the neighbor was like, Silas, tell me what's wrong. I can help you. Do you need to come with me? They knew, like she straight up said something like about his dad being a fucking awful person. Like, they knew what was going on. So like she said, she can hear through the walls. It's close quarters, whatever. So yeah, I don't think it was done well necessarily, but yeah, it was very definitely Silas, like not really knowing what happened, thinking I actually might have killed these people, and remembering I killed my father, and he's remembering the good things his father did, and like, oh gosh, like he was good at times and I did this to him, so I could have done this too, you know. But yeah, again, that's how I know you know this, that's how abusive relationships make you feel, like that it's you know, yes, there were bad things, but like remember all the good things.
Yeah.
So you must have done something wrong too, you know?
I mean, that's why he was bit by the zombie. When he was tied up, he was like, you know what? I'm a monster. I deserve it. I'm going to die. But then Hope came in to help him. Yeah, it made sense.
Yeah. It was kind of like it was kind of emotional. What are you smiling for, Tara?
I was saying thank you to this person. I honestly don't know the YouTube name. I feel bad. It's kind of a vague YouTube name, but I still feel a little bit bad. But yeah.
Least favorite moment.
So like the whole Elton and Hope reveal, like I don't say that I wanted him to go ape shit because like that would have been, but like he just
I think because also he likes her, that's why.
maybe that's why. And it was kind of like because like he also has that he also has that conversation with Percy's whenever he's having this stress thing. He has that conversation with Percy saying, well, she was little, she was young, you know, because he kind of was able to justify it a little bit, but he was still obviously extremely upset. And I think, to be honest, he was more upset that his mom shot and killed Hope's mother, you know, because, and we can definitely talk about that more in the next episode, which I'm so, was it this episode? No, it is the next episode, where he's just angrily pulling sheets out of her book.
Pages, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like he just had a lot of shame that he thought his mother was some great woman, but then he felt badly because she
wasn't.
Oh, it's Danny. I know Danny. Danny, you know me. It's Becca.
Mystery solved.
Yeah. Anyway.
Other gripes and other moments. I mean,
well, I mean, I had already said my least favorite one, which was like Silas's mom can kind of fuck off. Like she walks in and her husband is very obviously a walker, and she's like, "Go away!" to Silas, her son, who she knows he's been abusive to. Like,
I guess she didn't care. I guess she didn't love Silas. Maybe that's why she allowed her husband to be abusive towards him.
No, I don't know what that was. I think that was it was just bad. It was just a bad writing, bad reaction. It was just dumb. Just dumb, and I hate it.
They needed an excuse. They just needed an excuse to send him to his grandparents and separate from his mom.
So we have
other gripes
here. I was
just whatever. I don't care.
So the whole Huck reveal at the end. At first I was shocked, or I thought I was shocked, but it's more like a surprise, but also not surprised at the same time, because we knew Huck was not who she said she was.
Also, I mean, it was supposed to be a big reveal, but I was like, okay.
We knew someone was screwing with them. Like we knew that when I mean I figured that out, I guess, when I watched the last episode. Last episode? Oh my god, how many episodes? I'm so lost. Whatever. The episode where Percy and SNL guy got attacked. Like clearly it's someone in their group, and I didn't really think it was Silas, because I felt like that would just be like just so on the head, like just hitting the nail right on the head. Like, of course it's the kid who killed his dad but doesn't really remember things sometimes.
And what did she do to Silas? What did she do to Silas? Because he was in one of the cubicles. Like, what did she do to him?
What do you mean a cubicle?
He was like hiding. Was it a bathroom? It was something where there was like he was like hiding in there. I don't know. Oh shit! You know what? Maybe she. You know what it was? I bet you she killed SNL guy. I fucking still don't remember his name. And maybe Silas walked in and he was a walker, and he bashed his head in, and like was just so
because Percy did say that Huck shot what's his name first.
Oh yeah,
and then shot him, Percy. And then, so it would make sense that although he was holding a bottle of alcohol whenever they found him. So I was kind of confused about that. I wasn't sure if he
well, because
said
wasn't this the Truth or Dare episode, or was that the last one?
That's the last one, I thought.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was yes, in the last episode, they found him holding a bottle of alcohol because they've been drinking because they've been playing Truth or Dare. So he probably went to the bathroom. I think it was the bathrooms, right?
It was the bathroom.
So he went to the bathroom after, and Huck had killed, had killed what's his name and shot Percy. Percy escaped, and fucking poor Silas goes in there, and SNL guy is just like, bleh, and Silas is like drunk. He's drunk, and he.
So that whole night was 2 episodes long.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
But also the timeline wouldn't make sense because when Percy jumped, the window broke, everyone heard it. They ran to the bathroom. So Silas killed the zombie and then hid himself in the cubicle in like what, a minute?
Well, maybe Percy might have passed out. I don't know. I mean, you're right. Like the timeline makes no sense, but that's literally the only explanation that like drunk or half drunk Silas ends up in the bathroom having with his wrench or whatever covered in what's his name's blood and not remembering what happened. Like, because he very clearly cannot deal PTSD. Holla. He very clearly cannot deal with super stressful situations.
Neither can Elton, honestly.
No. Also, my other gripe was with how his zombified father ignored Silas talking to the other woman at the door. The zombie walked up the stairs and then waited there for Silas to come up. I was like, okay, zombie.
Did he walk? I thought he was already up the stairs. But
I thought that he dragged himself up, but then that wouldn't make any sense if he was brain out. Fucking no. I don't know.
And why?
Are we really trying to make sense of this show, y'all? Come on.
All right. So next episode, which is The Deepest Cut, which, oh my God, whenever Huck hit Felix with her thing, like I just kind of was like, because that's one of the worst kinds of pain I can imagine. Is getting a slice to your like Achilles heel, your Achilles tendon or whatever.
I mean, my dad had to have, he ruptured his Achilles tendon when I was like 8 or 9 or something. And like, he was like off his feet for like 3 months.
Yeah.
So.
I almost said good. And I was like, what? I hate it. Anyway. So favorites. The Deepest Cut.
The line, mine was Hope's line. I'm afraid Elton will freeze to death in his little suit.
Oh, so cute.
Also, we finally got to see Will. I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah.
And I'm out here shipping Percy and Elton.
No, of course you are.
I'm like, okay, he saved your life. No, marry him.
Two males talk. Gay.
I mean, little Elton dragged him. He just dragged him so far, and then he waited. And also, I was actually waiting for a walker to bite into Elton's suit so that we could see how.
That.
Yeah,
I want to see that.
Too. Yeah, like bite into his suit so that we can see how bite-proof it is.
All right, so I really, even though it's really gross, I liked the part where she stabs the walker with her flashlight and it gets stuck in his throat.
And that's not a good idea because then the flashlight was like shining directly into her eyes. I was like,
yeah. And of course, Nicholas Cantu talking again about his acting. He was really great watching this season. I hope it launches his career. Elton is the one character who doesn't seem completely two-dimensional. Watching him finally take out the walkers was really satisfying, even though he only technically really killed one. He just kind of, wound the other ones up with his fishing line.
Yeah.
And then Hope figuring out the code and taking off with Felix's gun was kind of satisfying too. Because I don't know. I always thought that Hope or not hope. I always thought that, I don't know what I thought. I guess I thought that Iris was going to be the asset, and then it turned out it was Hope, and I was very surprised.
It turned out that it was both of them.
Both of them, yeah.
Done.
They just don't know it yet.
I'm not shocked at all that it was Hope. That was kind of like from the very beginning, all of the stuff about her like making alcohol and just being super smart and everything. Like, of course, it's the troublemaking bad girl. But I mean, I did like the stuff with Elton and Percy. Like I liked his moment where he was like, he was talking about his mom, and he was like, where he just was literally like, she was just like, Hope was just a child, and my mom should have known better. Like, that's actually really, I don't even know if that makes sense in this story or with a kid like him or anything, but like, it's a very intelligent, like thoughtful thing to like realization to come to, because he's right.
And he idolized his mother, and I think he felt a lot of guilt and shame when he realized that his mom had done that. Yeah. And this isn't really like it's not like a favorite, or I put it in the gripes and WTF moments, but like watching him get angry is like watching a teddy bear get angry. Like he was just like,
Yeah. Also, in my other gripes, I had like, they couldn't hear the barbed wire being dragged earlier when they were walking on the road. I was like, okay, you hear the dragging barbed wire now?
Well, that's a Walking Dead thing though, because whenever in the past walkers who are always growling suddenly are completely silent right before they sneak up on somebody.
Yeah.
I feel like that ninja zombies, exactly.
I mean, I might not like the sound thing is whatever, but like, I mean, I'm with you on the barbed wire walkers being ridiculous, because like, how did they like surround them like that? They were like
out of nowhere
in an entire circle, like, and it's like, wait, what? How are they all attached by barbed wire and like basically completely surrounding these kids, like, or these people, like?
Also, it's not an episode of the Walking Dead universe unless walkers are surrounding you and it's hard to see, and there's like some fog, because they did that in Fear the Walking Dead. They've done that in The Walking Dead multiple times, and they've done that in The World Beyond a couple of times now, I think. But
it was smoke. Yeah, smoke. Yeah.
Yep. I'm over it. Find something better, please.
So Felix's his whole blacked out arm is weird. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not I understand if you're like, if it's like a cultural thing, but like his whole blacked out arm, I thought he was wearing a sleeve, just one sleeve of his shirt, and I was like,
is that the character? Is it the character, or does the actor have that?
I'm looking to see,
because I did not like that either. I did not like that, but like, maybe the show has given us some reason for it that I've missed somehow, but I did not like that.
No, the actor
has a whole lot of tattoos.
Yes, but not like, it looks like that he's got tattoos of like people that he knows, maybe grandparents.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
So I'm thinking,
so they black it all out instead of, there's got to be a better way to handle that. Oh my God, color match, just color match his skin and like,
or a compression sleeve. Make him wear that, like his arm is injured or something, so that's why he's wearing some sort of a compression sleeve.
There's got to be, I know it would be hard to cover an entire arm's worth of tattoos with makeup, but like, again, like they can't just like color match it real quick and like post-production. Come on.
Yeah, I'm looking at these pictures of him with his arm out, and it just looks like he's wearing just like a sleeve, or he forgot to take his shirt off all the way.
Oh, he's had it since episode 1.
Yeah, no, he's had it for the whole time, and I guess we just didn't notice it.
Yeah, I didn't notice it until now.
Because
But
it looked like a t-shirt sleeve to me. I was like, oh, he's wearing a very tight shirt underneath.
Yeah.
Well, that's weird, and I don't care for it, but whatever. That just feels lazy.
It looked weird.
Who the fuck tattoos their entire arm black?
There are plenty of people who have blackout tattoos, but yeah.
Their entire arm, really?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I don't understand why you would. That feels weird.
For a character like Nico, it didn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I don't even know. Do we pass over least favorite moments? I had no like specific least favorite moment because I just don't care about the show. Like it's hard to come up with. Everything's just kind of like, ugh, whatever.
Okay, episode 10, the final episode.
Oh, thank God.
My favorite moment was the fact that both queer characters survived. I was sure that Will was dead.
Yeah, I was too.
I feel like, so I'm just saying this now, I feel like Nico would not agree to take the role if they knew that their character, like the gay characters would die. Does that make sense? I feel like that they were like, look, I'll do this as long as you don't treat, because they're a pretty good LGBT, because they are LGBT. So maybe, I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah, I mean, I did like that we didn't just get to see Will in the past and then hear like that his group has been disappeared for whatever, for however long, and like just and then I don't know, eventually we find out he is dead or they killed him or whatever. Like I do like that. I guess I would not call it a favorite moment. That's just kind of a thing that
I mean, I had to choose something. I was like, I'll write it here. It's the final episode.
This episode was so bad. It was so bad. And who are all those people that were with him? All of those
people from the university. The people from the university
that survived.
Yeah.
Well, how did they survive?
That's the point. I guess that's what we're going to find out. Maybe Will was the one who helped them escape because he's been missing for like what, a week or two?
No, I thought they said it was like a few days.
Yeah, so if it was a few days,
maybe he'd left and
a week ago. He was supposed to come back a week ago, and I guess he found something. He went to the university, and I think he helped those survivors.
Wait, when do we?
I thought they didn't leave any survivors.
When did we find out that? When did we find out that Will had been missing from?
In the conversation between what's his name, Leo
and
Dr.
His
girlfriend.
That whole thing is so weird.
What's going on there?
They're like together, but like it's
also so, colleagues. Yeah,
it feels so insincere on her part.
Because it is.
No, I actually think she feels something for him, whether or not it was fake in the beginning. I don't know, but I do feel like she feels something for him. Her when she was like talking to like herself, like trying to figure out how to tell him that hope was coming. Like I do think it's very clear that there is something there, and like.
Was she talking to herself, or was she talking to Leo through the glass? I think Leo is being experimented on or something. Because that.
No, I think she was. There are walkers in there. I think she was like talking to.
She was talking to herself.
Yeah.
She was like trying to hype herself up for a speech because she kind of like. At first, that's what I thought too. At first, I thought she'd like drugged him and like put him in there. But I think she was just like that was like her think space, and she was trying to like. Hitler used to practice his speeches looking in the mirror. I think she was kind of practicing for Leo.
Yeah, I don't know.
She tried to tell him, and then
the whole weird, like their relationship. I don't know what's going on there, but she clearly I think she clearly like she told somebody about Hope. You know, they know about Hope because of her, and yeah, I whether or not she was tricking him in the beginning or like they were just working together and she was doing her job, you know, by telling the what is it, CRM, whatever, people about Hope, whatever. Like at some point it became more than that, and she's screwed. Like if he ever finds out what she did, she's so screwed.
Yeah.
Like so screwed.
Least favorite moment, I was like, yep, this was something we talked about during our review of the premiere. Hope is called Hope because she's the hope for the future, and Iris is the eyes because she's the one who can lead Hope in the right direction or something, and that's why these two are the assets. Like the name, it's all in the name.
But
I also liked how Leo ignored that Iris and Hope were a pair because Leo's wife was like, because Leo was like, he what did he say? He said to his wife that Hope is a genius, and then his wife was like, they both are, but he kind of ignored it.
Well, the two of them have very different kinds of like Iris is very clearly, she's got leadership capabilities that Hope does not have, and she also is very smart. She's a very, very intelligent person who also has leadership capabilities. She's a politician essentially, you know, and she's inspiring. She is inspiring,
and she's also like studying what. Immunology and stuff. I think she's more book smart, and Hope is more street smart. Let's say that.
Whatever.
They're both. They're supposed to be a pair, even though they're not biologically related.
Yeah, and their parents happen to adopt these two geniuses.
I still think that it's weird that they were just like, it was like a 2-for-1 special, and they just found this baby laying in the crib with their daughter, or I guess, and they were just like,
here's the daughter you're adopting,
and here's a bonus baby. They were like, oh, and who's this? And they were like, they've been protecting each other, and then the mother was
go to adopt a dog or a cat, and you have to adopt their sibling.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a litter mate thing. Like they go into
not even a real sibling. It made no sense. Like, this is your black baby and this is your Middle Eastern baby. I was like,
yeah.
Apparently the adoption agency just was like, let's just put these two in a crib together. And they've been looking out for each other the whole time, and it's like they're fucking babies, y'all.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like one of them is like, oh no, her diaper is stinky, I better cry and let them know.
Unless you are born twins with that like actual physical connection from the beginning, like in the womb, you don't just get tossed into a crib with another baby and you all are just like,
yeah,
the bonded pair. Again, it's like fucking adopting like kittens or something. Like,
I would have agreed with it if they were like cousins or something, but I'm like, they aren't even related. They aren't even from the same racial group. I was like, what's happening?
No, why were they in the same crib? What kind of adoption agency is this? They only got one crib for two babies. Like, but also again, like I couldn't help but seeing the whole, like, it's like, again, when you go to like a shelter and you see this like really cute cat or this really cute dog, and then they've got this other, like, they came in, you know, for one reason or another with
together.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like they're a bonded pair. You gotta take them both.
But yeah, it was weird. And also I didn't like the fact that Hope is an asset because she's a genius. I really thought that she was supposed to be immune to something. That would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Well, but they need people to do things and stuff.
Hope talked about herself as like, you don't know what I am. I was like, are you some sort of vaccine or something? It would have made more sense. But oh no, she's a genius. Like, okay, being
Yeah, I
immune would
know.
have.
Okay, so other gripes and WTF moments. Silas is like fucking like slicing his hand open for no goddamn reason just to be taken into custody. I just run, bitch. Damn.
Yeah. I think that's I think that was
So all right.
I don't understand how he was like, oh, like honestly, he's like the strongest of the three of them. Why couldn't he have just like picked up fucking Percy and like carried him for a bit? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, the writers forget that he's supposed to be strong, I guess. He's able to hold a whole lot of tires during episode 2 or 3. He's able to break a desk with his fist, but he can't help Percy walk. And also, why isn't Percy dead or infected? Like, he's been shot. Remember when Morgan's infection was acting up because he got shot?
Because
Like
yeah, but he didn't. Yeah, Alden made a poultice.
The writers are just.
Alden's apothecary. Okay. He made a poultice and a tincture.
Traveling apothecary. That's what he's got in all those suitcases and bags that he lugs.
I think he was carrying Silas's stuff too.
He's carrying bottles of liquid cocaine like back in the 1800s.
I think you're seeing walkers. You should do some cocaine about it. There's ghosts in your blood. You should do some cocaine about it. The bitching dead does not advocate the use of cocaine to cure your illnesses. Laudanum. Okay. All right. So theories about next season, about
Silas is going to meet up with Hope at the CRM. That's it.
If they don't exterminate him. And then no, you and
I don't think that this show is going to kill the kids. I don't think that's happening.
Fair.
Because they didn't even kill Percy. I was like, okay.
So you had a question for Reed.
Yeah, about Leo, but I guess I saw the scene wrong. But
okay.
I think just there, like he's there doing his thing, having no idea what's going on with his kids, and
so I think that they're basically farming geniuses, and when the geniuses can't provide any more like information or like, like the doctor from Portland, Dr. Alton or whatever his name was from Portland, then they kill them or experiment on them.
I guess he grew suspicious. I guess if you grow suspicious, that's when they kill you. Doctor grew suspicious. Will got suspicious. And I think Leo has started getting suspicious. So they end them.
He definitely is getting suspicious. But so they're basically using resources. The people are resources.
They find geniuses in different communities and they take the geniuses and I guess they kill the rest of the community.
That's and I wonder if that's apparently is Rick Grimes, he's not a genius, but is he he's certainly not a genius. So but is he exceptional in some way? Because that's the only thing I'm thinking. That he's exceptional in some way, and that's the reason. Anyway, the idea that two teenage girls and then the gay army that's left is going to take down the whole CRM is kind of dumb. Like very dumb.
The whole thing where they were just like, what are we going to do next? Well, clearly we're going to take them down. It's like...
It's from a YA novel. It's a YA genre.
Oh, that's right.
It's true, yeah. The army is going to be made up of teenage girls in the gay army.
The gay army. I'm just calling them the gay army. I don't know what they actually are.
I mean, they are a bunch of people from a university, so let's be real. Educated people.
Yeah. Sexuality is a spectrum.
Exactly.
So, anyway, all right, so let's go and wrap this up because we're at an hour and a half. Do you guys have anything else to say?
This show is going to come back next year. So
that is a statement. That is a thing that is happening.
Yeah, it is definite.
So let's see if they give it 10 episodes, or maybe they'll limit the episodes because of the ratings. Let's see.
Recommendations.
After this show, we're going to get the Rick movies.
I recommend petting a good cat.
Wear a mask, wash your hands. Also, BTS made history as the first #1 Korean language song on the Billboard 100 chart. And they also made history with the
got
#1.
Grammy nominated, right?
They also got their first Grammy nomination.
For an English song.
Yeah, I know, which is a really big bummer, but yeah, that's kind of a bummer. They also have a #1 most bought album in a week or whatever. They've made #1 for the Billboard, not just the song, not just their song Life Goes On, but also for Dynamite is back on the Billboard 100, also for they basically did an all kill. So stream their album B on Spotify. It's just it's really short. It's like less than 30 minutes. There's only like 8 songs. Support.
They don't need our support.
Shut up, Fareed. Yes, they do. So yeah, that's really all I have. And then Aaron, of course, and I are still doing our BTS webcast still. Basically, we just giggle about how cute they are and talk about their achievements.
Yeah, I haven't really, actually, I'll say it, like, go watch yourself a bunch of dumbass Christmas movies, y'all. Like, what I watched,
the Christmas Switch.
I watched like 5 of them over Thanksgiving weekend. What did I watch? I watched oh God, it's been so long. Cinderella Christmas. Or it's like a Cinderella Christmas story. It's on Netflix. It's like a weird like pop musical thing.
Is it like a Christmas story? Or not a Christmas story, I'm sorry, a Cinderella story, but Christmas?
It's like, yeah, exactly. That's why it's called like a Cinderella Christmas story or whatever it is. You can look it up. However, even better was The Night Before Christmas, which has, I think it's Vanessa Hudgens in it. I don't know. It's one of those
actors. She's in another one.
But like the night before, it is absolutely terrible. It is absolutely terrible, but in the most hilarious of ways. Okay, so the night before Christmas.
The K?
Yeah, yes, the night.
Yes, the night. KNIGHT, The Night Before Christmas. Where like this woods witch is like, there's a night in 1336, and she's like, he meets this woods witch in the woods, and she's like, he'll travel to faraway lands and see things undreamed of, and he ends up in Ohio. And it just gets better from there. Like, first of all, he eats an entire cheeseburger, and they never show us him tasting a cheeseburger for the first time.
Asking the important questions.
So I was really angry about that. Also, there is there in every single shot, there is a wreath, a garland, or a poinsettia or Christmas tree in every single shot. Not kidding. Then I watched.
I need to add this to my Netflix queue.
Yeah. Then these are all on Netflix. Then I watched a Christmas wedding planner, which is about some girl planning her cousin's wedding, even though she has no credentials, and like clearly the groom is a bad guy. It's like obvious from the beginning. Joey Fatone is in it. I have no idea why. There's like a private investigator here, and at one point there's like a floating bunch of flowers because they like edited out a vase by mistake or something. I don't know. It's so bad, and it's a Canadian movie. Okay, so then after I watched Christmas Wedding Planner, and at the end I was like, there was this one character Charles who, like, you clearly think that Charles is going to do something or be somebody important, but then nothing happens. And then after Christmas Wedding Planner, I watched Christmas with a View, in which Charles the actor and the character, like the actor reprises his role as Charles in Christmas with a View, because it's also a Canadian Christmas movie. Listen, this was just a tube that I went down over Thanksgiving weekend that was never ending. And I literally was like, at one point I was laughing so hard I had to pause I think it was Christmas with a View when we found out, when my friend that was here and I found out that Charles was in it. We had to pause it because we could not breathe. We were laughing so hard because we had been so worried about what happened to Charles in Christmas Wedding Planner. And then he turns up in Christmas with a View, and it was like, it was like Christmas movie Inception, bad Christmas movie Inception. Like, so just go watch you some shitty ass Christmas movies and fucking enjoy yourselves this season. We all deserve it.
That reminds me of the because we watched the Princess Switch, you and me and Ren, and then we also watched, and then there's another one. Also, apparently it's fucking snowing here.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see anything. I'll have to go look.
I can't either because I'm freaking out because like, sorry, I just got really excited. Well, Ren messaged me and told me that it was snowing. I don't know if it's still snowing.
Well, anyway, yeah, there is a Christmas Switch 2 on Netflix, but I was not able. A week or two ago. Yeah, my friend that I was with could not remember watching the first one, so refused to watch the second one.
Who was your friend?
Steve. So he couldn't remember watching the first one, so he refused to watch the second one. my friend who lives in North Carolina could not go home for Christmas to New England, so for Thanksgiving, I mean, so came here because neither one of us, we both work from home. And it's a 3-hour drive. So we weren't endangering anybody.
No, I was just trying to. Yeah, it's fine. I'm sorry. I'm really, really distracted by the fact that there may be snow outside right now.
Oh my god. Okay, well, let's wrap this up now that I finished telling you about all the shitty Christmas movies you should watch.
My parents have been watching Christmas movies nonstop, and I'm just like, no. Okay. Yes, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Because my brain is totally dead. Okay, so I am Becca along with Freet and Tara. Thank you again for joining us while we bitch about stuff and things with the Bitching Dead. Please follow the Bitching Dead and the Geekery on Twitter, also on Facebook and on YouTube. Remember, we are a free webcast run off of donations from viewers like you. Thank you for contributing and helping our host site, the Geekery. Bye. Goodbye. Bye.